Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So for today's video, sharing some of my favorite Storytime TikTok. This one is going to be college edition. I hope you enjoy this and let's get started. In college, I was always trying to look cute going to the basketball games for personal reasons. And this one time I was wearing, I think, like knee-high boots or something, and I had obviously a heel on them. And I had to go to the bathroom, and the bathroom is like up all these steps. It's a workout to get there. So then I come down, and don't you know, my ankles give out in these shoes. And there's no coming back from it. Like when your ankles start going inwards and shit, and your foot is like this in the heel, you're finished. So bitch, I'm going down these steps. I'm like... I'm trying to hold on to the fucking rail. And oh my god, I should have left the game. I cannot believe I went and sat back down. I should have dropped out of college. Alright, so I went to college in the middle of Pennsylvania, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but I loved it. But anyways, I did not love it when it came to the winter time. My college, for whatever reason, did not give two fucks about any of our students. There could be 8 inches of snow on the ground. It's up to you guys to get some boots on and walk through this. It could be a blizzard. You got to make it to class though 15 minutes early. When I tell you I dreaded the winter time, because let me show you what would be happening. I would be walking to class thinking life is going great. I'm in my boots. Next thing you know, and that should be happening. Your life flashes before your eyes. And, you know, you'd be looking around. Did anybody see that? And of course, everyone fucking saw it on the campus. I got drunk one time and, like, blacked out. And ever since that day, I've never been the same when it comes to drinking alcohol. Alcohol ruined my life that night. I died practically, and then I was resurrected. But still, like, I just have not looked at alcohol the same since. And I think... it was because I was out with this guy and, like, I didn't do anything really with him. It might have been a kiss. But, like, I was out really with him. I didn't have any friends with me, so I think I just needed to, like, let loose or some shit. The worst night of my life. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Cheers. Me and my roommate would be painting sometimes. Like, we're not fucking Picasso, but we thought that we were. So we had, like, little canvases. We would post pictures of us, like, painting on Snapchat, Instagram, or whatever. So this guy one time was like, oh, I want to come over and do that. And I was like, I even questioned him. I'm like, paint? And he kept saying, like, yeah, that looks like so much fun. So he came over and he painted with me and my roommate. He was really weird after that. Like, I don't know if he thought painting meant something else. Like, and he was really into it, too. Like, he painted better than me and my roommate. Like, this was a fucking masterpiece. I don't know if he thought, like, something else was gonna happen after painting. Maybe he just didn't like me, I guess. There was this one guy in college that I was, like, so in love with that I'm still sad that, like, we never actually dated. Started talking over Instagram. He invited me over to his house. He lived, like, in one of the frat houses. Usually in a college setting, when a guy's, like, inviting you over at night, it's pretty much, like, a hookup. That's pretty much the expectation I had, and I went over there, and he wasn't, like, making any moves, so I was like... I don't think he's into me. Like, let me just get the fuck out of here. I stayed there for a little while. I think we watched, like, Moana in the office or something. He walked me home and everything. He was so cute. And then he eventually was like, oh, I'm not looking to be in a relationship. And I'm like, why did you act like that, though? You showed me some fucking decency. Alright, this story isn't that funny. It's more, like, disgusting. I went to a frat party with my roommate, and this one guy that I knew, he wasn't in the frat. He was just, like, a friend of mine. Kind of. He was up, like, dancing on one of these little platforms that they have, like, in the basement. So he pulled me up on the platform to dance with him, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I was wearing this little, like, bodycon dress with, when I tell you, like, the smallest underwear fucking possible, because I didn't want to go out with no underwear, because, you know, and I didn't want to have big panty lines. You know, Victoria's Secret underwear, they don't be holding on your shit in anyways. It's like peekaboo, somebody's hanging out. This guy was legit putting his hand up my dress, so I just want to apologize to anyone who was in front of me who got a fucking free show. The reason I got an A in chemistry was really a miracle, I think. So most people take chemistry in high school. I didn't take it because I think normally you take it your junior year of high school, and I cyber schooled, so they only had, like, certain sciences that you could take through cyber school, and chemistry wasn't one of them. Bitch, I had no idea what was going on, and, like, everyone in my class had some basic understanding of it from high school. I think my teacher really just felt bad for me. She was this cute little Asian woman, bless her heart. I think she just felt bad for me and was like, you know what, I don't want to see this girl in my class again. I was super nice though to her, and she was super nice to me. I was, like, I guess you can say hooking up with this guy. We didn't have sex though, but it was just really weird. So he had invited me to a party, And I don't know why all the time when guys would invite me to parties, I would think, oh yeah, like he's gonna hang out with me the whole fucking time. Unless this guy's in love with you, like he's gonna pretty much say hi and that's it. And maybe you'll see him at the end of the night or never. I don't know. Anyways, that's what pretty much happened. And then after the party, he wound up coming over. We were just like making out, and when he got up, there was like this wet spot on my bed. And like, I don't know what it was, because he was on his back. Like, it wasn't, I don't fucking know what this shit was. And he kept asking me like if I was sweating really bad. Like, he was embarrassing me because he was basically accusing me of this wet spot, and I'm like, no, I don't know what the fuck that is. I remember I hated writing papers in college because most professors used like a certain website that automatically checked for plagiarism when you turned it in, and then based off of that, that was your grade. I thought this was the dumbest shit ever. There was one time I got a 54%. I didn't care. I emailed my professor. I was pissed. I took the time to write this paper. If I would have plagiarized it, bitch, I would have owned up to it. But no, I took time to write this boring ass paper. The problem is that most professors require you to use sources from either a book or a website and wherever. More than likely, if you're quoting a website, it's gonna link to that website eventually if you're using literally what the website fucking says. Don't have us write papers if you don't want to sit there and grade it. If it sounds too suspicious, then check for plagiarism, I guess. Let me tell you one thing that I hated about college. If you lived in the dorm rooms, and I'm sure this happens at like apartment buildings too, but they would have constant fucking fire alarms at any time. Just when you think like, oh, I'm gonna stay home and relax, like I'm not gonna go out tonight. Just put on a nice Netflix movie and oh, lo and behold, the fire alarm's going off. You have to stay ready in college. You could be hooking up, you could be sleeping, you could be eating, shaving your legs in the shower, and these fire alarms go off for whatever reason at any time. So loud. So I know some people be like, oh, just stay in your room. This shit is loud. I'm going deaf, so I want to get the fuck out of this building. And honestly, knowing my luck, there would actually be a fire. And then continuing on about these little fire alarms in college, you have to make sure you wore some good shoes because you don't know if you got to stop, drop, and motherfucking roll. And a lot of the times, like, you might think, oh, it's just a quick little fire drill, 5 minutes, which sometimes, most of the time it is. But there was one time when we were locked out of the building for hours, and like whatever you had on you, that was it. You weren't allowed to go back inside. So if you didn't bring your phone, that sucks. If you don't have anything to do, that sucks also. Y'all need to make like a fire alarm backpack that has like some snacks, your laptop, your phone, a blanket. I've seen videos on here of people talking about like anxiety type of things in college. I hated going to football games or basketball games when you had to walk in front of everyone because like everyone's staring at you. Bitch, what are you staring at? Why do you have to watch me go to my seat? Another thing I hated was walking past the gym because the gym, they had windows so you could see inside and they could see outside. You have to walk past the gym to go to like Sheetz and Pizza Hut. I'd be walking past with my pizza. College was definitely a questionable time in my life. I should have died probably on multiple occasions, but God just kept... I have 9 lives apparently. Anyways, so I had this one roommate. She invited me out to like a house party one night. I didn't know where it was at. We got on the bus and I was just assuming that the bus was going to drop us off like at an apartment or something. So we had to walk like 15 minutes from where it dropped us off at. And the driver was like, this is the last route of the night, so you guys have to figure out a way to get home. And I'm like, oh shit, I did not know this. It was cold as hell. My roommate fell down this hill. We made it. The party was lame. We left and went back to where we got dropped off at. And it was like this little complex, so there was like a grocery store. We asked these 2 random girls if they could give us a ride back. They could have murdered us. Bro, I would never do that. I would never ask a random stranger for a ride, girl or guy, don't matter. One thing I hated about going out like pre-COVID to a party was when it's cold out and it snows. Like, I'm trying to stay warm. I don't want to be cold, but then again, like, you can't risk the outfit, so what do I do with my jacket? You gotta befriend somebody. Like, if you go into a party, you need to make sure that you are friends with somebody like that lives at this house, because guess what, bitch, you're gonna put your jacket in their room. There were times that like I went to parties that I didn't know anyone there. You put your coat in some sketchy ass place. You hide it in a bush outside. You hide it under the staircase. You gotta do what you gotta do for fashion, baby. I hated doing my laundry in college. First of all, never dries. You could put it in the dryer 15 times and that shit gonna come out and it's still damp. I'm not the type of person that I wanted to sit in the laundry room. Like, some people literally would. They bring like a laptop and do homework, and that's fine, but I would rather stay in my room. So literally, you have to make sure that you set a timer, because people don't care and they will take your shit out the dryer. You go back there and your clothes, your underwear are hanging out the window. Okay, maybe not really, but it's gonna be like all over the floor. I understand you gotta do your laundry, like, and you might be in a rush, but the least you can do is just put my stuff either on top of the washer or dryer, or typically there's a table of some sort in there, bro, just do it there. I feel like dorm buildings need to make more than like 2 washers and 2 dryers on each floor. Like, that's crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want some more story times. I would love to share them. Make sure to subscribe before you go, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.